Hi, thanks for taking a look at my project. This is a project I did for a company called Tech Returners for their Launchpad project. It is a data engineering project which uses the Guardian's API. So the overview, as I'll quickly read, is the Guardian API is a tool designed to interact with the Guardian's API and retrieve relevant article data in JSON format. The data is then sent to an AWS SQS queue, allowing other AWS applications to consume and process the information efficiently. So I'm hoping to show you a quick demo of how to use this project to do just that. So we'll be following this README. So the first step is to install. So I already have the project cloned, and I've created my virtual environment. I've activated the environment. I've installed all the requirements. I have Terraform installed. I have Make installed. I've exported my access keys and my secret key, which can be found on the AWS console. By the way, I am using the free tier of AWS. So everything that I'm doing, I'm making sure that it doesn't incur any costs. And so far, throughout my whole testing, I've not incurred any costs. And then once you've exported your keys, Terraform files are already been created, so you want to just run these commands. I have the commands already written in the make file, and so we'll just do make run Terraform, which has all the commands, and let this run. It will take about a minute. So I had this already put on my AWS console, so it's already destroyed what I've done in testing. So now it'll be as if you were to do this for yourself. So it'll initialize, plan, and apply all the resources to your AWS account. But obviously make sure you don't have anything on your AWS. Actually, no, that shouldn't matter. There will be anything that gets destroyed through here will just be the Terraform resources created by what's in your Terraform config or Terraform state. Just take maybe about 20 more seconds. So optionally, you can also install the AWS CLI, which kind of makes checking things a little quicker rather than having to keep going to your console, AWS console. So once this is done, I will confirm that some of the resources have been created but by checking through the AWS CLI. While that's doing that, I'll just go here. So what we want here is really this one. So we want to get the ID for the API. So if we go back to the README, what we'll be doing is we're going to open up this web page. Go live. So you don't have to. This is an extension I'm using. I think it's called Live Server, which opens up a live version of the HTML page. You can literally just open up the HTML page because you won't be changing anything in the HTML. It's just to sort of open this interface. Let's say search something. I like anime. Let's search anime, and then everything gets loaded down. You can also use filters if you want to use filters for this search. These are only a few of the filters. There's loads more filters that you can use from the Guardian's API, but just for the sake of demonstrating how it works, I've limited how many filters you can actually modify. So this uses the Guardian's APIs, and it fetches the results from that API and then outputs it here just below, so you can see all the results have just come. Before, this was empty. So now that you've seen these results, what you want to put here, for this button to work, send to SQS, you need to have the API ID in here. So let's see if Terraform's done it. Yep, it's finished. Terraform's finished. So now what we want to do is get that API ID. So this has just got created now. Let's see, created date. Today's date is what, the 3rd of April. Yep, 3rd of April. So it just got created. So we want this ID. So we don't want the root resource ID. We want this ID here. Copy that. Input into here. This you can leave blank. By default it will be God. You can rename, you can add another queue name if you want, and it will send it to a different queue. So it'll create, if that queue doesn't exist, it'll create the queue and store it in there. We already have this queue created via Terraform Guardian queue, and this is what it will default to if you leave it blank. So you can send to SQS. I will add a prompt later to just say that this has been successful. Right now it just sent to SQS once and it's done. And then what you want, so this is my account ID, so this is fine. So if your account ID will be different to mine, so copying this would not work for you unless the rest of it will be the same. It's just this part with the account IDs will be different for you, but other than that, the command would be the same. So this is confirming that all those articles have been sent to SQS. So that's the Guardian queue. FIFO is first in, first out. It's just a type of queue. It prioritizes messages that come in first or leave first. So the message ID. So this is what's in here from the body, from this key. This is what is containing the articles from the Guardian's API. Thank you for taking a look. Hopefully this wasn't too long. I did this in one take. Apologies for any mumbling or stuttering. Thank you.